Welcome to Life and Living with Samson Olusola Olatunju.
Yeah, welcome back to the last leg of our battle against entitlement mentality in our family house. We want to see how we can deal terrible blows, lasting blows, decisive blows on entitlement mentality from our own little corners. When I do it from my little corner, you do it from your corner, another one does it from me or us, then we are going to see how transformative this decision of ours, our collective efforts will be. And as you have talked about parenting as one of the causes of this mentality, we have the first step we have to take is to be deliberate about curbing it in our children as early as possible. Let's give them good parenting. Let's not encourage it in our children. Personally, no child of mine has ever taken anything from me by crying. My parents brought me up along that line. Nobody in my family, none of us in our family could take anything from our parents by crying. You have to express yourself. And if our parents were convinced, they would try to do it. If they couldn't afford it, they tell you, no, we can't afford it now. But if you cried, then you will be beaten. You'll be given the beating of your life. That what are you trying to do? Trying to blackmail me emotionally? No. So let's do it. And when we do that, we are going to be crusaders of sanitizing our society from this deadly virus of entitlement mentality. Secondly, don't be guilty of sympathizing or even empathizing with entitled people. Don't allow them to recruit you into their emotional blackmail syndicate. Don't be afraid to correct them in love. Don't correct them too harshly anyway. Somebody has said a piece of advice is like a piece of snow, a ball of snow. The gentler it falls, the longer it stays, and the more lasting its effects. But when it drops too heavily, it will splash and it won't take any effect on the person. So try to be gentle, but don't compromise your standard. Let them know what they are doing is wrong. To deal with that entitlement mentality in others, learn to stay away from being a people pleaser. Entitled people can never remember the good you do them. It is only the one thing you fail to do that sticks to their memory. So they don't deserve you compromising with them. So don't cut your life short trying to please them. Don't allow anyone to objectify you. You are not an object to be used, but a person to be respected. Respect yourself by not taking sides with entitled people. Stop playing the devil's advocate for entitled people. Thirdly, you need to set realistic goals if you want to curb it in yourself. Set realistic goals, break them down into achievable and measurable objectives, realistic goals that you can handle on your own without depending on others. Fourthly, you have to learn the art of giving to others. While talking about this matter with a colleague of mine, he called my attention to one fact that in Africa, uh, because of the communal lifestyle that we inherited, people can feel entitled. My reaction to that is that we are trying to have our cake and eat it. So don't say that it's African. It's no longer African because we have done away with what gives us the right to expect anything from our neighbors because everybody now is now individualistic. We're no longer communal. Always count your blessings in your heart. Of course, you do not need to go around proclaiming them lest you develop the negative attitude of arrogance. But in your heart, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you that you are blessed. That life has not been fair to you, but providence has been smiling on you too. So you won't be greedily looking at what others have that you don't have. You also need to open your mind to correction from others. Stop rationalizing what is not good. Stop giving reasons why somebody has to give from himself to you. You don't own what belongs to another person. Also, you need to learn to take ownership of your decisions rather than looking for others to bear the blame and brunt. Learn to work on what you can change. Learn to put up as best as you can with what you cannot change. Do away with your dependency mindset. Someone has rightly advised that if there is no one to lend you a hand, put your hand in your pocket and keep moving forward. The people you are trying to emotionally blackmail as not being helpful, that is what they are doing. They too might not have attracted blessings or help to themselves. They must have been working wisely and working hard. In fact, one thing is that when you are entitled, you are driving people away from trying to help you. People may not explicitly express that. Nobody loves to sit around an entitled person. Nobody is encouraged to give anything to an entitled person because they know it's only when you are giving them that they recognize you. Once you don't, so people know that entitled people are never grateful. But when people see you working assiduously to reach your goals, some people you think are stingy may see you and be moved to come and assist you where you need help. When you do all these and many other things that the exigencies of time may dictate, you are going to kill the entitlement mentality in yourself. You are going to be a good example to others, and you will also have the moral right to correct others. That reminds me of a story we read when I was in Form 3 at Lagelu Grammar School. We read Aminata Sofol's The Beggar Strike. There is a woman in that story, Debo, named Debo, who gave birth to Kebadabo. Despite a physical challenge of having only one hand, she was able to take care of her children. She was able to even learn them to endure where they didn't have. Many nights they slept on empty stomachs. But that child became a very great man. And he grew up to become a very stern and austere man, disciplined man. So when he was dealing with the greed in the beggars, there was no repercussion against him. But his boss had to suffer for the same activity because his boss never had the moral right to go against beggars. Learn from that. Kill that entitlement mentality yourself. Kill it, help to kill it in others. And our society will be better. And we have more productive people than lazy drones. Thank you very much.